women are actually protectors because protection comes with altruism. That is, it's not about you, it's empathy. You are self-sacrificing. Okay, so a woman will likely give her life for her child. Okay, when it comes to children, a woman will say, kill me, take me, but do not take this child. Protection is a maternal instinct. That is why women also sometimes protect their homes like that. So it is mothers who are protectors, fathers are territorial. Okay, so I think we have swapped it, but that is actually what it is.
Coming out and saying that women are natural protectors because they have empathy and are willing to give up their lives for nothing in return is too much of a blanket statement. There's a real argument on both sides. Hear me out. Men are also natural protectors. But here's the thing. Society rewards territorial behavior far more than it rewards protective behavior. Territory comes with money, power, and status. Protection, on the other hand, especially the quiet daily kind, usually does not. We've all seen this play out. Mothers and women in most societies spend their lives protecting the most vulnerable: children, the elderly, the sick, and the household itself. That work is essential, but it is rarely rewarded with status or wealth. It's more often treated as expected, not exceptional. Now, because of that, women are often perceived as better protectors. Their roles keep them closer to vulnerability. They nurture, they stabilize, they absorb risk without recognition. Protection becomes visible through proximity. Men, on the other hand, are more often associated with territorial behavior because territory is where society places economic value. Men defend land, resources, industries, borders, and institutions, not always out of instinct, but because that's where income and status live. When you protect territory, you're also protecting the people within it, but that protection is expressed through control, competition, and dominance. So naturally, men come off looking territorial, and naturally, women come off looking protective. But that appearance is shaped by roles, not by exclusive instincts. It's also important to be honest about the other side. Women are not inherently non-territorial. History and daily life are full of examples of women being intensely territorial over relationships, families, social standing, and resources too. Jealousy, exclusion, and power struggles, these are not male inventions. Entire communities and institutions have crumbled under territorial conflicts, driven by women as well. Both men and women have the capacity to protect. Both men and women have the capacity to be territorial too. The difference is that society pays for territory and expects protection, especially from women, for free. Men are incentivized to lean into territory because their primary social expectation is provision. If money and security come from territorial control, then that behavior becomes dominant and visible. Protection becomes secondary, even if it's still present. Women, on the other hand, are incentivized or trapped into protective roles because society depends on that labor, but refuses to compensate women for it properly. Territorial ambition in women is often punished or labeled destructive, while the same behavior in men is rewarded. I'll give you an example. Up until recently, women were not allowed to serve in the military. Or can you imagine a gang of women going out in the middle of the night to defend a husband's honor? Society would punish them for that. So the question isn't who is more naturally protective or territorial. Here's the real question. What would human behavior look like if protection were rewarded as much as territory? As long as power, money, and status flow towards territorial dominance, people, especially men, will keep leaning in that direction regardless of their capacity to protect. That's not biology. That's incentives. Let's move.